Welcome everyone to this final episode of our Final Fantasy X related series. This is it, Rachel. The last one. Are you ready to say goodbye to all the characters that you see on screen?
Okay, there were so many quote-unquote final that I'm so done saying goodbye to them.
Who's the one you'll miss the most?
Riku.
Okay, so here we go. Time to click this bonus audio.
There's an audio?
It's an audio drama. I haven't.
So there's nothing in it, just audio?
I don't know the extent of the content of this audio drama, so this is also a first for me. I guess this is called Final Fantasy X Will. It's the title, Will.
Okay.
And I read that some do not like where the story went, but let's see what happens.
2 years. It's been 2 years since Spirit entered the Eternal Calm.
Recognize the voice?
I was given a new life. For a year, I was able to walk alongside Yuna.
Just 1 year?
It was great. It really was.
What does he mean by walk? What made it so great, Rachel? Quote unquote walk.
Shut up. Then...
You remember this song?
What a cliffhanger. Is there anything more? Is that it? Just 1 year of walking? That was great?
Music change. I used to listen to audio dramas.
And then we started running.
Don't you listen to audio dramas? I used to listen to them before. The DuckTales. Yeah, I miss them. When I was a kid, I used to listen to a lot of them.
So that was it. We'll just continue the story.
What do you hear? Where do you think he's walking?
Kurgum and I were walking down Bevel's Stadium Road, formerly known as Micah Road.
Okay, who are these?
The stadium that was supposed to be completed by now is still bearing its skeleton. Will the tournament really take place here? How will the council take responsibility if it doesn't?
Kurgum?
Well, it doesn't really matter to me. It has no bearing on my life. The real issue for me is the crowd up ahead, and the star shining in the middle of it.
Hey, Chiwami, not that way. We gotta hurry.
Chiwami.
Waiting on you, so we might as well just be late. Anyway, look. Isn't that Tidus?
There's Tidus.
Oh, wow, it is him.
Not Tobias.
Let's go take a closer look.
Okay.
What, are you nervous? The reason for Kurgum's nervousness wasn't Tidus' status as a Blitzball superstar, but because he was one of the legendary Guardians. Alongside High Summoner Yuna, he had literally saved Spira from annihilation.
That was you, Rachel. You did that.
I too was feeling a little nervous.
Because he's a ghost.
My reason being that he knew my father.
Who's her father?
Who are these people? Waka.
What? That's Divina, right? These are Kurgum?
It's so awesome to meet you.
Cheer for me,
okay?
Can I get your autograph?
Oh, can you guys my number great in that last match?
Thank you. Oh, that's so
Thank
great.
you. Thank
Can I
you.
get an autograph too?
Shake my hand, man.
Just like the start of FF10, you had a lot of fans.
We're rooting for you.
Xana can't remember.
Yeah.
Yep. It wasn't just his words that were hollow. When I shook his hand, his grip felt weak and lifeless.
Okay, well, I gotta get going. I'll see y'all at the stadium.
Now that is what you call a star.
That I won't deny, but
What is he?
I think he's injured. Or maybe he's sick or something. Hey, Kurgum, which team is favored to win it all?
The Sadar
Probably the Besaid Aurochs.
So now
And after them?
they're the tough
The
team
Albed
now.
Psyches, maybe?
Okay, let's find a betting parlor. We might make a fortune.
What happened to the
Chiwami, is
Luca
that
team?
really,
Necessary.
Allow me to make formal introductions. This is my
Finally.
childhood friend, Kurgum. If all was right in the world, he'd be a summoner. But things as they are, he currently serves as a council-authorized sender, who ushers souls to the far plane.
Scary
My name is
word.
Chuami, and I serve as Kurgum's assistant. But in reality, he serves me.
Like
Now, don't
Donna.
misunderstand. This isn't about love or some such, and it never will be.
Friend
The
zone.
future may be uncertain, but that I know for sure.
Why, is he ugly?
This is not some kind of ironic lead-in. Repeat, not a lead-in.
Come on, let's go.
All right. We had been assigned to fly to Besaid Island on behalf of Spirit Council Chancellor Barreleye.
Barreleye like Chancellor
Just a
now.
minor errand, really.
This is a remix on the Final Fantasy theme.
So will Tobias die here?
I don't know. He seems to be injured and weak.
Lifeless?
Is that Besaid Island?
No, dummy, that's Killiga.
We are approaching Besaid. Prepare for landing.
Did you just laugh?
Of course not. Chuami!
Because Chuami made a mistake.
Prepare for landing, weapon yuck.
Our objective is to meet the one and only High Summoner Yuna. She currently serves as an advisor to the Yevoners. Now, Yevoners, you know the story with them.
Nope.
Stuffy, anachronistic fossils. They're the guard
Fossils?
dogs of the old ways and so-called morality. The
What's wrong
recent
with
commotion caused by
morality?
hardline Yevoners has been quelled. But it's nauseating to think that organizations like that still exist in Spira. I really don't like these Yevoners. But I'd be lying if I said I wasn't interested in meeting the heroine who defeated Sin 3 years ago and freed Spira from a 1,000-year curse. She also must have known my father well.
Who is her father?
Waka.
How can Waka's kid be that old? And his kid was a guy, right? Divina? Or Vidina?
Vedina.
Not Divina. Now this is the Besaid song. Classic song.
So, what business does the council have here?
Or maybe
My apologies,
Orange
Mayor
kids.
Lulu.
Orin has
But
kids.
my instructions are to speak to Lady Yuna in person.
Oh yeah? Well then I guess we should let you see her. Not. Lots of people come here saying the same thing, yeah?
We're here to spare Yuna any unnecessary headaches. Now state your business.
But
Well, I guess you got a job to do too. Let's do this. I'll take you to Yuna, but I sit in on the meeting too. We'll all share the pain, eh?
What pain is there for you, I thought. But I said nothing because the big-breasted mayor and the oafish caretaker were also legendary guardians.
Who's the big-breasted mayor?
They knew my father too,
Lulu?
so it wouldn't have been wise to start trouble right away.
You bet. Maybe their father's a Kimari.
Are you saying Chuami and Kurgum are Ronso?
Why not?
This is the temple music. Remember the temple trials? These were the songs back then.
This place used to be called the Cloister of Trials. It's just a regular passageway now that there's no faith. Summoners used to walk to the room farthest down to meet with the faith. That's where Yuna is right now.
What's Lady Yuna doing there? I mean, if there's no faith.
Even with no faith, you can still pray. That's what Yuna does now.
what does she pray for?
Peace on Spira.
Yeah, right.
Say again?
Oh, nothing.
Why is she skeptic?
By the way, Mr. Waka, I'm a little confused about Yevoners. Their objective is not restoring power to the Yevon temples?
What, we starting from there? Well, I guess it's pretty important, so I'll explain. Yevoners aren't trying to control the world through the teachings like the old temples did. All they're trying to do is live their own lives by the teachings.
So wait,
That's all.
Yevon's back?
Just one way of living.
Religion
I don't quite
is back.
understand the difference.
They're
The
trying to
temples
influence
maintain
others.
several big lies.
Just trying
Sin
to
being a
live their own
manifestation of
lives.
human misdeeds, the taboo against the use of machines, that kind of stuff. But everything else they said was pretty much on the money. Gratitude for the bounty of nature, respecting your neighbors.
But all of that just sounds like common sense. I don't think you need to become a Yevner and pray.
That's why I said it's one way to live, not the only way.
Are you with Waka?
How old are you?
17?
So you'll learn soon. The older you get, the harder it becomes to change how you live. Even in this new age, there are people that are lost. Yevners are a gathering of people like that.
So it's different from, say, New Yevon?
Those guys were just using Yevon's name to gain the people's trust, eh? Their views were actually progressive.
So the Yevners are backwards thinking?
Wait,
Is that right?
no, that's not what I meant. Anyway, New Yevon is gone, and now it's a council. What's the point of discussing it now?
So to sum up, Yevners are basically a gathering of weak people?
Why is she mean?
Why you gotta go and say it out loud? Everyone knows, they know.
So it's true.
If they know, they shouldn't just crawl into a hole. They should go out and try to live. They think they maintain the peace through prayer? Talk about delusional.
Chuami, was it? Be kinder. Be bigger.
She's against religion.
Your kind of thinking will only hurt those people.
I didn't like how he said those people. As if he had no stake.
I like.
Okay, wait here. I'll bring Yuna. Just keep it to business. If you hassle her like you did with me, I'll throw you out.
Is Waka a pushover?
No, maybe it's just
Hassle.
a daddy.
Perhaps I was hassling. I was
daddy
irked.
figure.
Praying for peace? Far too late for that.
Oh.
My mother was killed by Yevner hunters.
That's
She was
why.
impaled by a spear and died with blood streaming from her chest.
That's why she's upset.
She wasn't a Yevner, just a sympathizer. If it wasn't for them,
Chuami, I know how you feel, but please, we have a job to do.
I know.
Just please. Oh, it's Lady Yuna.
So they're kids of fiends? What? I'm confused.
They're not
Hello.
kids of fiends.
And
Pay
welcome
attention.
to the Seed, home of the Yevners. I am the priestess Yuna.
Greetings, my lady. I am Kurgum, an authorized sender. I have long wanted to meet you, and I have something for you from Chancellor Baralai, and...
I see. Then please leave the package and be on your way.
Enough
hold on
said.
there. Did you just hear what he said? He said he's waited a long time to meet you. Ever since he awakened, he's been waiting for this day to...
No, it's fine. You must be very busy.
Kurgum, stay out of this.
But Lady Yuna said she's busy.
Busy? Too busy to eat? Too busy to sleep? Too busy to talk just a few moments to guests who came all the way from Bavel?
I apologize. I had to interrupt my prayer, so I'm feeling a bit anxious.
I think Spira is peaceful enough without your prayers. Sure, there's trouble here and there, but the council takes care of most of them.
I suppose so.
Huh?
Hey, we don't need that kind of talk. You brought something, then let's see it.
Yes, here it is.
Whose side are you on?
Of course, the guy, the
Kurgum gave the sphere he received from Chancellor Baralai to Yuna.
Yuna or the kid?
you know. The girl's just too disrespectful.
The sphere showed an image of the Moonflow. In its currents were two enormous yet adorable shoe puffs, wading together lovingly, tangling their long noses.
You love shoe puffs, right?
Then what happened?
2 shoe puffs?
One morning, there was another one.
Well, where'd it come from? The Moonflow shoe puff is supposed to be the last one?
What?
30 years ago, there was a shoe puff couple, but the female was attacked and killed by sin. There are elderly folk who claim that it is that shoe puff.
The beckoning.
Yeah, it has to be.
What's the beckoning?
But this time, it's not the Yevners. We've forbidden the beckoning outside of the far plane.
I don't know the reason, but Chancellor Baralai insisted that Lady Yuna see this, then come to Bavel to discuss it.
Kurgum, you're a sender, right?
Yes.
Then you can do it too. This shoe puff is merely an illusion. If you send it, it will cease to be.
That's not the only problem.
The Moonflow is overflowing again. The area around the Moonflow is always teeming with spiritual energy, but this is abnormal. We need to find out why, on top of finding out who brought back the shoe puff. I'm pretty sure the council thinks it's the Yevoners. So it's best if Lady Yuna goes to see them personally. Her voice carries weight with many.
Barrelite just wants Yuna to bail him out. Appease the council yourself, why don't you?
Waka,
Yuna was supposed to be spared from politics. That's why she shouldn't...
She shouldn't...
What?
I'm so sorry. I can't go. But that will get you two in trouble, right? So let's do this. I'll create a letter sphere for the council, and you can take...
I saw Titus in Bavel. Your boyfriend, right?
Yes. Did he look well?
He was hiding it, but he looked injured.
Really? Waka, did you know?
So she doesn't know.
Probably doesn't want to worry people.
Chiwami.
I see. Yeah. Okay.
Now she's
Yuna,
gonna go.
Let's go talk to Lou.
All right.
So that's the way to make her go, right? Maybe it's a lie.
Yeah, it was just one handshake.
So she's an idiot.
She's a scheming bitch.
So Yuna's back to being religious and being all prayerful. Why?
What's wrong with that? I think it's okay.
After
to
leaving
pray
the temple,
even if
we were left
things are
alone for a
okay.
while. I don't know what they were discussing, but it was clear that Yuna was moved more by her boyfriend's injury than Spira's current problems. Hey, Kurgum. I'm a little annoyed.
But it looks like we can fulfill our duty. Besides, we get to talk to Lady Yuna a bit more.
Fangirl,
I
fanboy.
always wanted her advice on how summoners should live in a world without the faith. And you can ask about Master Orin.
Shh. They find out I'm his daughter, they'll all start kowtowing.
How come Orin has a daughter?
Moonflow is our doomsday weapon.
Who's the mother?
Orin's daughter?
Mayor?
Is that true?
Yes, it is. Did you laugh?
Who's the mother?
Have you ever lived with him?
No, but I heard stories from my mother.
Have you even met him?
I was too little to remember. You can't prove otherwise.
You don't look like him at all.
I take after my mother.
There were others that looked more like him.
Huh?
Orin, Raska, Jekt.
He has lots of kids.
I've met many a swindler claiming to be their children, asking for their things.
Oh, okay.
And you think I'm one of them? Are you calling my mother a liar?
I won't go that far.
Are those
But
three
if Orin did have children, there's no way you wouldn't remember
players?
him. And
Orin,
he
Jack,
wouldn't
and
hide it from us. Orin isn't that
Raska?
kind of man.
Big breasts, bigger attitude. Just because she knows Orin, she thinks she can say anything.
Why not?
I've confirmed the
You've been
mayor
saying
as a
anything.
hostile.
Yeah,
But that's just fine. I'll deal with her eventually.
the bigger breast you have, the more
Anyway,
smarter you are.
I mean Yuna, Kurgum, the caretaker Waka, and I decided to stop by the Moonflow before going to Bavel. The airship had mechanical problems and couldn't fly, so it was an arduous trip. Furthermore, the banks of the Moonflow were packed with people wanting to see the new shoe puff.
But then they had to send it away.
That's right.
Yeah, there really are 2 shoe puffs.
You're gonna destroy the
Wow.
tourism.
So many spectators here, yeah?
Not precisely, Waka.
Huh? What are they if they're not spectators?
Half the people here are illusions.
Fake
The
people.
Moonflow energy is responding to the will of the living.
Crazy.
It's as if we're in the far plane.
Full of dead people.
What? You can sense it too, Kurgum?
Yes, I can. For instance, that family there.
This is scary.
They're
the
all
father and daughter
dead.
are alive, but the mother. So sad.
I've never been on a far plane pilgrimage, but is it always this vivid?
Not quite. It's true, this almost seems too...
Maybe because they did that to Tobias and
Come
it
on.
messed things up.
We have to get home before night falls.
Okay. Mommy? You're coming with us, right?
Mommy's the dead one, right?
Sweetheart.
But why? She's here. She came to see us.
Come on, Mando. We can come visit her again another time.
No, I want her to come home.
Ugh, nice work, Dad. Of course she's gonna say that. It's hard enough to say goodbye once to a dead parent, but twice? That's just cruel.
Hey, Mommy. You'll come with us, right? Come home?
Yes, Melu. Let's go home.
Really?
This can't be.
So is she alive?
Lady Yuna, could this be?
Unbelievable.
Kurgum, explain.
A beckon delusion doesn't speak. More accurately, only the beckoner can hear the voice.
So, what? If it's not an illusion, we call that real, right?
You should report this to the council at once.
Agreed. Let's go. Hey, Kurgum, what are you doing? You're gonna dance?
Souls must be sent. Order must be maintained.
Kurgum, not now. It'll only cause sadness.
But this is too unnatural. It's wrong. The council must have known about this and wanted you to see it, right? So you can do something about it?
Even if that were so, now is not the time. No one has the right to violate this reunion. Not me, not the council.
Do you agree with that?
Forget about rights. Look how happy they are.
Even if they're dead?
You two start sending everyone here, there'll be a riot. I don't want to be
That's
collateral
true.
damage.
Well, a little sending here and there won't take care of this, right? Let's come back later.
But
Kurgum, please.
What if Tobias gets sent too?
He's not there.
But he's like them.
What would you agree with Yuna there not to send them? If you were in that situation. Not
And so, we return to Bavel.
Chuami, your shoe.
She's such a brat.
Do you hate her?
What are we waiting on?
More importantly...
More importantly? Is there anything more important than my question?
Such a brat.
I don't think so.
What a
When I
brat.
stopped the sending, Lady Yuna looked relieved, right?
See? They're gonna figure out
guess.
about
I
Tobias.
thought Lady Yuna was
Oh
a
no.
righteous person.
Excessive hero worship. You expect too much.
Maybe you're right.
Oh, that's so sad. Every time personal...
Looking back now, we could have predicted this. What we saw that day at the Moonflow wasn't just an omen. It was a clear sign of the return.
The return of what?
The return of what is now right before my eyes. Sin.
Oh no! Is Sin back?
Sin?
So
It
history
has to be a
repeated
mistake,
itself?
right, Chuami? It's just some big monster.
No. That is sin. The sin that should no longer be.
Are you saying someone beckoned it to return?
Yes. Very strongly. Someone strongly wished for sin.
But what are we gonna do?
Only a summoner and the final Aeon can defeat sin.
But Lady Yuna, without the faith...
Yuna, let's go back to Besaid. They'll push this all on you. It doesn't matter to people that there's no faith. Sin is for summoners in their minds. It's just how it is. Kurgum, you coming?
I will abide by Lady Yuna's decision. Lady Yuna!
I have to see Titus.
What is the deal with this woman? Seriously!
That's her priority. So Sin has returned, Rachel. I thought it's the eternal calm.
Nothing's
Chuami,
eternal.
What are we waiting on now?
Chuami? Chuami, that room is... Shh. Chuami, it's not polite to eavesdrop.
Don't tell me you're not curious about what the High Summoner and the Superstar are talking about.
Or doing.
What does that mean?
You have that girl, so...
I told you, Marphy is just a friend.
Really?
Come on, Yuna. If you just think for a minute...
I can't think.
You're not yourself.
Yeah. Something's wrong with me.
What's going on with them?
I didn't think this would... I'm sorry.
Well, as long as you're aware of it.
No, that's not what I mean. I'm sorry, but I'm no longer looking at you.
What?
I think I'm in love with someone else.
Oh no.
Confusing.
Who?
Someone you don't know.
Let me meet him then.
I'm sorry.
Kurgum, this is unreal. Unreal! The world is about to end and she's having a spat! Why on Spira are you crying, Kurgum?
Chiwami, I'm sorry. I'm in love with Lady Yuna. That's why I can't be with you.
Is this a joke?
Say what now? Since when is our relationship like that? What's going on here?
If it's not like that, then it's fine.
What the hell is going on?
Yes, let's say goodbye here. We each have to go our separate ways.
Kurgum?
You can't understand, Chiwami. Only summoners can.
Ah, and there it is. The Doomsday Statement.
I'm sorry.
Whatever.
Do you get it? Do you get what happened there? Yuna wanted to say goodbye to Titus, or Titus, to not drag him into the new sin mess. So she pretended that she has someone.
So I left the summoners and came back to Besaid.
Same with Kurgum there.
I was a little frazzled and not thinking straight. But I probably came here to drag out the people who defeated Sin once. Determined though he may be, it was too big a task for Kurgum.
And that was it.
So you just came crawling back here? That's a laugh.
So who do you think this guy is Yuna loves?
Figure it out yourself.
But she said it was someone I don't know. What?
Look for her. Find her. Embrace her.
But that's...
You're really pathetic. I thought you knew Yuna better than that.
I thought I did.
Thought you did.
What?
I hate to interrupt, but Sin? Those two knew it was hopeless, but...
Who said it was hopeless?
What?
I mean, Sin came back, right? What's to stop anything else from coming back?
Does that mean...
Aeons?
I didn't quite understand, so I looked at Titus. With furrowed brows, he looked intently at the mayor, then suddenly opened his eyes wide.
We have to go.
Oren?
Yeah.
So they're gonna repeat Final Fantasy X?
Where's Yuna? What about the hornless one? It's the Macarena music.
But who's in Macarena?
I was as confused as ever, but I couldn't ask. All I could ask was... I wonder where they are now.
Wherever they are, we have to get there.
Even though she dumped you?
I made a promise that we'd always be together.
Really? The mushy stuff now, I thought? But as I saw the pain in his face, I could say nothing.
Where's Yuna?
Maybe in this house?
I will defeat Sin.
She's fighting Sin.
I must defeat Sin.
Is she fighting them all by herself?
Don't know.
How can she fight her by herself?
Love.
Where's Riku? Where's Pain?
Love. What's happening? I'm confused. Is it the end already?
Why are you confused? Sin's back.
And she's gonna fight alone? And she's in love with someone else?
And that's the end of the audio recording.
And
Didn't you get it? She's not in love with someone else. It's just her excuse not to drag Tidus into the fight with Sin.
Crazy.
She wants to fight Sin.
What's the
all by
last
herself.
part? They said that if Sin's back, then blah blah. Then you know what that means. So does that mean that everybody else is back, like Auron,
Possibly,
Jax,
possibly, because remember
your dad.
in the Moonflow, they're all back. Dead people, dead mother. Maybe it's one big happy reunion. Maybe even Seymour's back. So that's the end of Final Fantasy X, Rachel. What can you say?
This thing just got me even more confused, and I really hate the narrating.
Chouami?
Yeah, the narrator, the
Auron's
girl
daughter?
narrator. She's annoying.
What can you say about that epilogue, if you will?
I'm like, huh? 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 Like that.
So Sin's back, and Yuna became a goody two-shoes again. She's no longer the booty short wearing, gun-toting girl.
You don't know that. She can still be goody two-shoes while wearing a booty shorts.
She's praying in the temple. Have you seen a Yevonite wearing booty shorts?
Well, I haven't seen any Yevonite because they're not real.
So that's it. Time to finally say goodbye to Tidus, Yuna, and everyone else.
Honestly, even without the bonus credits, I mean the credits that's necessary, but the bonus audio, I'm like, I don't understand what's happening anymore. I don't think it's that relevant or useful.
So in your mind, how did Final Fantasy X and X-2 end?
In my mind, Yuna, Riku, and Pain went their separate ways, and are
happily living their own lives.
Gonna be successful in their own paths, whatever they'll choose for themselves. And specifically for Yuna, she'll be happy with Tobias. Maybe she'll even be a soccer mom, you know?
Okay, so you're not buying all this.
Nah.
She became a temple prayer again.
Yeah,
Lulu
nah.
became a mayor.
Nah.
Auron has a daughter.
Well, they always had that one.
No. Oh, Auron. Baralai is the chancellor. And Sin has returned. You don't buy all that.
Nah.
Okay, so for you, that audio recording was non-canon.
Yep.
We'll leave it at that. So finally, we're gonna go to a new world of Final Fantasy. Are you excited, Rachel?
Surprise me.
Time to say goodbye to FF10.
Okay, bye.
Thank you for joining us. That's the end of our series.
It was a wonderful experience about people's stories, and I'd say it's a good video game. I mean, I'm a first timer.
Which story did you prefer, 10 or 10-2?
I think they're unique in their own ways.
Which do you prefer?
It's difficult to choose. I mean, the all-girl cast weighs heavily on my heart, but then the love story and the first one is also really attractive. So it's difficult.
So you're sitting on the fence. Can't believe it's such a tough decision for you.
Oh well, in the first part, in the previous videos we made, I said I preferred the first one because I had a feeling that this is just an extension. So the first one is a standalone without this.
Okay, so I guess that makes sense. So
yeah,
that's it. And we're gonna start our next Final Fantasy series very soon. It's gonna be one that I think is the best place to go to from FF10. So we'll see you then.
I think I'll bet that's FF11. Because what else is gonna be a best to go after 10?
We'll find out in our next series.